That is true.
What?
You know,
I know.
family stuff.
I thought we were family.
Right.
We are family. Is that how it goes?
Neil and Bob doesn't have his Vantis Rune on.
Oh yeah, I guess I need to click on that. Skull doesn't have his
I have
flask
a
on.
flask. I have a flask. I'm just
Waiting.
waiting.
Waiting till this stupid raid leader shuts up and lets us pull.
Well, if we're gonna one shot, it means you need a flask it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It is a simple matter to show courage.
I thought the raid leader was a certain bear.
Can you face the shadows within your own soul?
Man bear.
Beware.
Man bear pig.
Right, soak. One way over by orange. Nice.
You cannot resist your own nature.
Bring it in behind him. Got him.
Destroy your master.
Middle.
5, 4,
Till you
3,
resist.
2,
And let me
1.
repay your arrogance.
By the way, if you run candy corner on those little arrows, it's less likely to drop you off.
Fall before your fall, hero.
Orange.
Holy shit.
5, 4,
Get cat on
Orange.
these.
2,
They hit me
1.
for 16 million.
Who will share
Or
your
skull.
fate?
4, 3, 2,
Did we
1.
miss one?
Reigns upon who will
No.
share your fate.
You gotta use a cooldown.
I got a bit.
Now,
Purple on star.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
consume them all.
Bursting again's run out.
An inevitable fate.
Hero.
Vitoro, you're gonna need to take the first big.
Okay.
Yeah, I died.
Sense the corruption inside
Do you have an immunity? Bit?
Yeah.
Got him.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Dread flame. Spread out.
Face your destiny.
Beware.
Death reigns upon you. Consume them all.
Nuke the tank head. Singularity on green.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Singularity on mid.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I can get someone with my wings.
Give it Toro. Toro, take the next big spell.
Give in to your fear.
4,
Obliteration beckons.
2, 1.
Focus, dread, flame, spread out.
Shit, right behind him in orange.
I used Blessing of Protection on myself. You want me up?
No.
No.
An inevitable fate. Destruction. Consume them all.
5,
A meaningless struggle. Azeroth shall fall to the Burning Legion.
Someone have a network problems?
So.
Yeah, so like where you see Moon, where these diamond or arrowheads, whatever you want to call them on the ground here, they all point to a corner. If the singularity ball is in the middle and you point your butt towards one of the corners and you get on one of these diamonds, it's going to kick you into a corner where there's more platform to land on. You got a higher chance of living, especially on that last one that comes in the middle and you're spread out for the big dread flame circles. If you can't get all the way back into the center, if you could at least get angled towards a corner, you got a pretty good chance of living. Alright, it's gonna take a couple pulls. Like 2 or 3.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You were fools to follow me here. Obliteration beckons.
Shit, it's right under him.
Behind the boss, behind me.
Fall. Confront your own darkness.
Stack up behind him, get right under his butt. Especially if you're big, bring it in. Got him.
Now.
Singularity in mid. Get on an arrow.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Still you resist. Then let me repay you.
Same time.
Beware.
Moving it to a dead again. There are 4 arrows around the middle of the platform. If you stand directly on top of any one of those 4, you're
5,
basically guaranteed to not
4,
fall off no matter what you
3,
do.
diamond,
2,
blue,
Purple.
1.
Who will share your fate?
Spread out in the line.
4, 3, 2.
As for Vit, I think he was
Beware.
standing underneath it a little bit, and it ended up killing him in one shot.
I'm gonna end up taking a second stack here.
Green.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's on green.
Consume them all.
Hero?
You cannot resist your own nature.
Got him. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Who will share your fate?
Spread out.
Yeah, if you get the Dread Flame on you, you just want to back away from them. So people... Well, you don't really need to do anything, actually. Other people need to get in your line.
Obliteration beckon.
Only time it helps to move is when one of those
I
little
got this one.
orbs are going off somewhere.
Fall.
God damn it.
No res available. This is a wipe.
Where the guys?
Like on a pylon rack? Or, oh no, it's not.
Jump off the edge.
Who will share your fate?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The hell killed you, Skull?
Run away, little
My
girl.
bad.
Full Armageddon.
Yeah, it was the big Armageddon. I didn't see anybody going
Azeroth
for it,
shall
so
fall to the burning legion.
should have called it.
Oh yeah, I forgot Vitoro was dead. I should have got that one.
There
I
we
thought I
go.
was
Kurt's
getting-
fault.
I thought I was getting the first one after he lands.
Yeah, you landed.
Yeah, he landed right there.
Oh, I was dead. So what? So what are we supposed to do if the large one is under the boss again? I just mistimed
away
my
from
bubble.
it.
But so there's someone else should take out the tanks.
Yeah, I got all the first ones. Until he goes up in the air, I'll get all the big ones, and then from there on, it's you and Kurt Grizzlehams.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
even
no,
if
if-
it's under
if-
the boss, just back away.
If it's in phase 2 and you mistime your bubble, if it's under the boss like that, normally what I do from the moment it spawns, I count to 3 before I use it. That way it should have enough time to carry over until it lands. That's normally what I've worked with, and it's worked for me so far. Right here, Jen. These 4 that I'm walking on right now.
Like where the moon is?
They look like they have gems in them, or glass, or whatever.
Yeah.
Not
if
not
you're
these out
anywhere
here.
on, if you're anywhere on the arrow, you'll be all right. Even if you're, you can be up here, even back here. It doesn't matter, just as long as you're on the arrow somewhere. Yeah, if you stand like right here, you'll get knocked off the edge. If you're gonna stand in the middle, you have to be like way up here, almost on top of the orb.
Yeah, and then you're risking getting squashed by it.
Exactly. It's all good though. I got my Pepe out. We got this.
Does anybody have a guild bank? Or can we get Ripple a flask?
Oh, she's in the
5,
Don't pull.
4,
Nope.
3, 2.
I got a spare on me. I'll get him one. Yeah, here you go, bud.
I don't need it. I'm good.
Oh, you got one.
Oh shit. Sorry.
It's all good. You got a spare now.
Five,
Alright, this
4,
isn't a pull either.
3, 2, 1.
What happened?
Quinn ripped his headphones off.
Sorry. Okay, good.
He threw him on the ground.
What's the third thing happening?
It's getting pulled.
5, 4, 3,
Okay, this is
2,
full,
1.
right?
Yep.
You were fools to follow me here. Obliteration beckons.
On that purple.
I got it.
Confront your own darkness.
Bring in toy.
Oh, you like the toy guy?
That's right. Middle.
5, 4,
Still you
3,
resist.
2,
Then let me
1.
repay your arrogance.
It's a damn good DPS so far.
Consume them all.
Thank you.
It's just everything else going on ends up screwing it up.
Will save you now.
Speaking
Singularity
of,
on the star.
Star,
Four,
yellow star, yellow star.
3, 2,
Fucking use bark skin.
Who will share your fate?
you know, ever since you became a Haram Bear, you seem to die a lot.
This is the first night I've been dying to Armageddons. I don't know what the fuck.
Who will share your
If it makes you feel better, in the last group I was running with on this on Heroic, they had the same issue with their bear tank.
Something changed. I didn't die at all last week. I wasn't even
On
popping
diamond.
cooldowns on most of it.
Purple diamond.
1.
Purple.
fall? Consume them all.
Yeah, he had the same problem. He died through a survival instinct to Armageddon once.
Stop yelling at us.
Couldn't take him anymore. Dude, I wasn't popping shit last week. And I would go down to like 10-20%, but it's fine.
Stack up if you're big. Get close. Closer. Or not.
Yeah, if you could stick a little tighter underneath the boss, that'd help out.
Yeah, Trent. 1.
Yeah, Trent.
We're definitely talking about you, Trent. You didn't know.
Switch it.
Trinidil did it wrong.
Well, it wasn't necessarily wrong, but it could have been a lot better.
Obliteration beckons. Consume them all.
You got this one, Toro?
Big one.
All's well that ends
I got
well.
it.
Grab me.
Newt tank head.
Grab him by the putty.
Switch.
Sign
Green.
green.
Singularity on green.
4, 3, 2,
I think Trin's actually gone.
Really?
Oh yeah, his
Yeah.
DPS is not even here.
Yeah, that makes more sense for why he didn't move then.
What the hell happened to her?
Wrong.
Got him.
Middle.
Middle.
Gotta move him.
Remember the
Spread
diamond
out.
corners.
3,
Back on diamond.
I just noticed him meleeing Kil'Jaeden the entire time is all.
Back up to mid.
Okay, this is a rough one with three things going off at the same time.
Big people stack, everybody else go for Armageddon.
He's taking the big one.
No one.
Swipe it.
You two are the only ones alive.
A meaningless struggle. Azeroth shall fall to the Burning Legion.
Yeah, I got big that time. I couldn't get to it.
I didn't
Vitoro
notice.
quiet make it.
Yeah, I had my I have 2 horses, and in red spec, but they were on cooldown. I use them after we explode, and I run back to Kil'Jaeden. I think I'll save it for emergency Armageddons. I had like 3 seconds off cooldown, so you saw me running towards it with Blessing of Protection and couldn't reach it.
I wonder what happened to Tren. Let's do this though. Vitoro, you take the first one. Kurt, Grizzled Hams, get the second one. Let's do Ripple on the third. And then the fourth one, if we need to, Vitoro again. So it should give you a minute to get your stuff back. Or at least we'll prepare. And I'll try and call out each one as we're going. Yeah, and since we lost Trin to zombies or something, I guess let's take a early break here. Let's take 10.
Good, I got this chicken from my Thai pizza in my teeth. I gotta do something about it.
Oh, now he comes in. Did you burn a pizza?
I was just gonna say.
No, my brother was having a fire, and I think the flues clogged or something because the whole house was smoky. So then we're scrambling to open all the doors to try and get it out.
Did you use ash wood or pine? Because they'll smoke like crazy even if the flue's open. I did that once. I made a fire with fresh pine logs. That was not a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of wood it was. We were planning on using it for a fire pit, not really indoors, but then it got cold, so I guess.
Yeah. Ash, I know ash and pine smoke like a lot.
Alright, I'm back. Hopefully the house won't burn down.
It's usually a good thing when that doesn't happen.
Although, maybe I should sign up for renter's insurance right now, and then I can get brand new everything.
Even if it is burning, you stay until the end of the pool.
Three, 2, 1.
Some army action.
Actually, 1 second before you start the next fall.
Hey, you guys, I'm trying to configure my new UI. Is anyone familiar with Elv UI?
I use that.
I want the traditional Blizzard icons to show in the center of my screen, so for my holy power, instead of the bars that are above my health. Is that possible?
I believe so.
What would it be under? Data
looking right now.
bars, unit frames.
I think it's under unit frames, aura frames.
I don't see aura frames. I see general.
Or maybe under player frame.
Alright, good to go.
Smart aura position is disabled. Maybe enable it.
But there's also those tabs way up the
Oh, I
top.
see. Aura bars, I see. Okay.
What's going on?
I installed Elv UI for just a better, so it looks better. I really like it, but it has for my holy power. It shows 5 just gold bars above my health. I want the traditional Blizzard holy power icons at the center of my screen.
Alright, make sure everybody's here.
No food or flask. Eat, man, eat.
This is a real pull?
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It is a simple matter to show courage against my minions. Can you face the shadows within your own soul and free? Death reigns upon you.
One behind me.
Mine.
Confront your own darkness.
Bring it in.
So Trin didn't even get to be berated.
rated for what?
On the last floor.
Well, when your house is billowing with smoke, sometimes you just forget about it.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I got a bowl of ice cream.
The truth comes out.
5,
It's in mid.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All in mid.
Well, I'd be lying if I said I didn't do that once or twice. You can have it, Haram Bear.
Woo!
Diamond.
5,
That was
4,
close, Sargeras.
3, 2, 1.
Who will share your fate?
Four, three, two, one.
Beware. Reigns upon who will share your fate? Fall before your an inevitable fate.
Green.
Green.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jinx, you gotta innovate.
Inevitable fate.
That's
Wait.
rough.
Wait, you guys, we already have 4 down.
Face your destiny. Fall, hero. A meaningless struggle. Azeroth shall fall to the Burning Legion.
I have many, many wares.
Can we put marks on pets? I don't think I've ever tried.
Apparently you can.
Why is his name Haiti?
They're all named Tatty.
Oh, you can't name him anymore?
The other one he can name, but that one is always going to be named Tatty.
It's the artifact weapon.
You're...
Who's got a pet named Cuck? I just saw.
Demon?
Yeah, it's Ripple's pet. Cuck.
At first I was like, how did Blizz let that randomize?
Alright. So pets aren't people. If you see a marked pet on a circle, that means somebody still has to get there.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It is a simple matter to show courage against my minions. Can you face the shadows within your own soul that bring? Obliteration beckons.
Spencer, I got it. I got it. Your melee go.
I sense the corruption
bring it in. Let's fight.
I touch of karma the first one.
That is a good use of your karma.
Got him.
Destruction now. Still you resist.
In mid.
5, 4,
Right, mid.
3, 2, 1.
Obliteration beckon. Consume them all.
Shit, I can't make that. Maybe.
Destruction. An inevitable fate.
Zed, Skull
5,
Crush.
4, 3,
With a cooldown.
Orange.
1.
Orange.
Who will share?
Oop, and somebody fell off. A jinxed.
Dadgummit, Jinx.
4. You be able to use your res, Jake?
2.
Nope.
1.
Beware.
That would have been awesome if you could, though. Well, it's not gonna get soaked.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Jump off, guys.
1.
Consume an inevitable fate. A meaningless struggle. Azeroth shall fall to the Burning Legion.
Well, that sucked. I jumped off the edge and I was able to release, so I thought we all died. And it brought me back to the fight, and then I died again.
I don't know if Celiandra was doing something last week that I was taking for granted, but getting trucked this week with Armageddons for some reason. Dude, I wasn't even using cooldowns on a lot of them last week, and wasn't even coming close to dying.
Are you topped up when you first get in there?
Yep, and I'm using a cooldown and still dying.
Well, maybe now Vic can sack you.
You got all your gear on?
Yep.
You got your tank gear on because you were DPS on last night.
Yep, I swapped back.
Did you forget how to play your class?
No, I'm just gonna survival instincts every single one of them, I guess.
You have that fancy old ring that lets you do that sort of thing.
God, it's just bugging the shit out of me because I was getting along fine with Barkskin and my trinket, my little shield.
Well, if you remember last week, I kept dying from him for a while. It's your turn.
5, 4,
I don't like
3,
it.
2, 1.
An inevitable fate. Obliteration beckons.
Two behind me.
I sense the corruption inside you.
Mid.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Still you resist? Then let me repay your
Not too big a change in DPS.
Beware. Rains upon consume them all. Who will save you now?
Green.
5,
Triangle.
3,
Oh.
2, 1.
Who will share your fate?
Dread Flame coming, or Armageddon.
3, 2,
Beware. Rains upon who will share your fate? An inevitable destruction.
Oh, Trin's dead.
I held still.
Yellow.
4, 3,
It's on yellow.
2, 1.
Consume them all.
Guessing there wasn't enough people in the line.
Get behind him.
Hero.
So, get Trin up when we get a second res available.
Give in to your fears, your desires. Fall, hero.
Can't stand up front.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Who will share your fate?
Spread out.
Got him. Get Cat up.
You have to spread out on a line. We can't just run in random directions.
Confront your own dark. Obliteration beckon. Consume
Armageddon's.
them
I got this one.
I got this one.
Take me.
Okay. We didn't get something.
all. Fall, hero.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Switch.
On yellow.
It's on yellow.
5, 4, 3,
Kill his
2,
ass.
Inevitable
1.
fate. An inevitable fate. Who will save consume them all?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fall, hero. A meaningless struggle. Azeroth shall fall to the Burning Legion.
Just a little better. Really got to watch the Armageddons.
Well, a lot of people watched him. They didn't really do anything with him, though.
Well,
This
that's
is-
my bad then.
This is not a case of see something, say something. This is a case of see something, do something.
You can't watch the Armageddons. You gotta go stand in them. But we're keeping the same rotation when he comes down from flying phase. Vit, get the big one. Grizzled Ham, second one. Ripple, third one.
Oh, okay.
Kurt. What is he? I thought it was Grizzled Hams. It's Grizzle
No.
Adams?
Grizzly Adams.
Ah, there you go. That's way off from what I've been saying.
Oh, I thought you were like
Actually-
joking this whole time. And
No,
I actually
swear.
like grizzled hams better. That just sounds really cool to me. Or even better, grizzled yams.
I suck at reading.
Too many letters.
Right?
It's Grizzly Adams.
My brain doesn't do Z's.
Them grizzled hams, though.
I was gonna ask you, like,
5,
what the fuck that
4,
is.
3,
Did you completely
2,
not see the D or something?
1.
Yeah. No, that's part of the grizzled.
Courage against my minions.
I missed the
Can
second
you
D.
face the shadows
Or I
within
guess.
your own soul?
I thought the exact same thing too.
Beware
Thank you.
upon you.
One behind me.
Armageddon's.
Let me see if I can soak both of these.
I sense the corruption inside you.
Bring it in. Stack up. Got him. Right.
Singularity. Center.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Still you resist. Then let me repay your arrogance. Beware. Flames consume them all.
Alrighty.
Who will save you now?
purple.
So I'm purple.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's a little dirtful.
Who will share your fate?
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Armageddon.
Beware. Who will share your fate? Who will save you now? An inevitable fate.
5, 4, 3,
More than one if
2,
you got that many.
1.
Oh shit.
I bet it was that they got confused with the burst again.
Oh, you gotta sit tight until you see that swirl beneath you go away.
And don't, when you see an explosion, don't assume that it went off. Just stay still and just keep waiting.
How long until the trash comes back?
Although I must say, this is very exciting learning that I can mog my staff into a two-handed mace. I was unaware of that.
There we go. Thanks. Thank you, Quinn.
You are most welcome.
Did he get a Vantis rune? Are there any left?
There should be. Jamie or Matt or somebody.
I don't have any more. I put them in the guild bank.
Grab them himself.
Dropping a bank.
Even in Kershit.
Yeah, I'm in here. Which tab?
Quinn's.
Oh, I just saw it. Yeah, Quinn's.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You were fools to follow me here. Obliteration beckons. I sense the corruption inside you.
Bring it in close. Got him.
Destroy your master.
5, 4, 3,
Still you resist?
1.
Then let me repay your arrogance.
Beware.
Obliteration, consume them all.
Got the big one.
Fall before
Don't move.
master.
We're good.
5, 4,
Purple, purple,
2,
purple.
1.
Who will share your fate?
Four, 3,
Armageddon's coming.
2, 1.
Obliteration, who will share your fate?
Got the big one.
Who will save you now?
One orange circle.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Condom.
1.
Consume
Spread
them
out.
all.
Hero.
Stack up behind him.
Give in to your fears, your desires.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Who will share your fate?
Right, Vitoro, first Armageddon.
I sense the corruption.
Beware.
Obliteration beckons. Consume them all.
One underneath the boss.
Got it.
I got.
Alright, Grizzly, second Armageddon.
Melee class assembly is so much easier aside from
Green.
the
5,
Green,
4,
orb
3,
green.
2, 1.
Get back in mid. Spread and then stack in mid.
5, 4.
Alright, singularity in mid, get back on the arrows.
This is the tricky one, so make sure you get in your Armageddons and help soak the beam if you're not big.
This one should be Ripple, I believe.
4.
Big people stack.
1.
It should drop by the next one.
Get close to the singularity, we're gonna have an Armageddon along with it.
What is this? Even when your own doubts
Oh,
and
perfect.
fears are made
There we go,
manifest,
nice.
You will not yield. Fall into darkness.
Find me, champions, and I will grant you sight.
Use it green.
This is actually a very good start to this phase.
Somehow you survive.
Stack under, boss.
No matter.
Do we have
Wonders you
any cooldowns to negate damage?
behold the world
I got
that
mine.
shall be your tomb.
Pat, innervate.
Alright, when the flame orb spawns, everybody just run away from the boss, but not towards the hole.
It's probably easier
Right.
to just have the boss get moved away when
Move.
everybody just...
Everybody move.
Yeah, move the boss.
I am. Still don't get in front of him.
And I died.
Consume them all.
Get him up.
Make sure to move those bursts out.
Got him.
Jinx, you can get up, right?
Yep.
Move.
Away from the orb.
Consume an inevitable fate.
What the fuck?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Who will share
Jinxed, I'm rezzing you.
Spence, you can next one.
Okay.
your souls will serve
Use a defensive.
Get near the puddle.
Get inside of the puddle.
I got him.
Died.
your reality is
Alright, Rift coming. Rift's gonna be near purple, Spence.
Storm, suicide orb.
He's down.
Alright, Storm should be able to get it. Or Ripple, if he's got turtle.
Don't
Run,
stand in.
Ripple. Run. Oh boy. You're gonna have to move the boss because it's gonna go right through where you're standing, Herschel.
I don't have him. So I have him right now.
fall hero.
It's all good, bud. You didn't know.
Fall hero.
Yeah, that last one was bullshit. I was full health and it hit me for only 2 million and it one-shot me. Some fucking how, I don't know.
An inevitable, meaningless struggle. Azeroth shall
Alright,
fall
phase
to the
3,
burning
12%.
legion.
Is that our best or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was good. I
15
mean,
was our best last week.
if we could just practice phase 3, we'd be over. It just takes a lot to get there.
Yeah, that shadow, that dark phase was so perfect.
We hit that. You couldn't have been more perfect. Res up, no ads, no Armageddon's going.
And unfortunately, 4 people immediately died after first beacons blow up. That was definitely a bad start there.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how that orb killed me, but we might. Spence, do you have like a personal cooldown
Were you
defensive you can
inside of
use?
the
Uh-huh.
gravitational well when it hit you?
Yeah, I was
It was
thinking the
just
same
opening
thing.
up.
Except the first time, yeah, it was opening up, but I was only like 60% health, so it just killed the rest of my health. The second time, I was at 97% health when it hit me because I looked full health. It only did 1.9 million. I should have had like almost 2 million health left, and I just died.
Yeah, because getting inside of the gravitational thing of that effect, it just destroys people.
That's
Yeah,
why I died early.
Yeah, I ran in it and then turned around and disengaged out and hit the orb on the way out, and it blew up while I was in midair and just insta-killed me.
Ugh.
Yeah, because I mean that's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, it looks like the gravitational squeeze just did a extra 1.2 million. That was enough to bring you low enough to kill you.
Yes, so. So the idea for anybody who may have to run it, the idea of the flame wars, you need to be near it, but don't be in the swirl. You have to be. Whenever you see the little red tether connect to you, take off running towards the tear, the big spiral in the sky, or if the circle's down, you'll see it on the floor.
And we'll get out of the way.
Next. Yeah, you can't run it through anybody else. If it hits anybody, even if it's not you, it blows up. So run next to the circle, or if you have a defensive that's really strong, you can run in it. But just run up next to the circle, let it hit you, and then run away, because it's going to leave a puddle on the ground that hits you for a ton of damage.
As it follows you, it shrinks, so that if it does catch you, it'll leave a smaller puddle.
Exactly. So you want to run it, but you only need to run it about 15 to 20 yards to get it to shrink small enough. Basically, if you run it from the center to any side, that's plenty far enough.
And then it gets sucked into the, after it explodes, it gets sucked into the rift.
Yes. Yeah, Jinx, that might be a good idea, but I mean, that only works for one. We're probably going to have anywhere between 4 and 5 of those phase.
I'm aware of that. But if
I can take one too. I have my double horsies. I won't use them for any other running around.
Well, you don't need a major cooldown. Like I said, it only hit me for 1.9 million. As long as you're near full health and you have any kind of mitigation, defensive, you can survive it.
Alright, and we will try and call out where that rift is too, which it's basically going to be kind of like the singularities. It's going to go on a corner. So we'll try and call out which color it's on, and people need to get away from there. So we're trying to clear a path for the orb guy. Plus, you don't want to be over there anyway, because rift is death.
Spins, do you think, will you have a cooldown that'll be up roughly every 30 seconds?
Nope, minute and a half on the cooldown.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, you can give it a shot.
My healing elixir does every 30 seconds, but it's 15% of my health, so I don't know how much that's actually worth.
Actually, that would probably do it, as long as you don't run in the rift very far or at all. you might be able to push that. Because that's about what you need, is about every 30 seconds. So. Yeah, Spence, if you want to try running the orbs, go for it.
2,
Okay.
1.
At least take the first one.
Matter to show courage against my minions.
Let's see.
Can you face the shadows?
Got faith in you, man.
Soul and free. Beware. Rains upon you. Confront your own darkness.
Get in tight.
Strainer legging out.
Yep.
It's running the wrong way.
It could be a visual bug. There's a ton of them on this platform.
Orb middle.
Mid.
5.
Because she's loading up WoW now, if she lives through this.
1.
An inevitable fate.
No, she was directly under it.
Obliteration beckons. Still you resist.
Oh, this is gonna suck. It's gonna be 2 in a row.
Yep.
Obliteration beckon. Consume them all.
Okay.
Get out.
Fall before your master.
Yellow.
4.
Yeller.
Yellow.
3,
1.
2, 1.
Who will share your fate?
Four, 3, 2,
Beware.
1.
Who will share your fate?
Got the big one.
I'm on soaking a second one.
Save you now.
On yellow again for orb.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Consume them all.
Hero when he lands.
Get behind him.
Confront your own darkness.
Right, fit first Armageddon.
Who will share your fate?
Spread.
You cannot resist your obliteration beckon.
That's you.
Consume them all.
One behind me. Grab me.
Tank ad.
Singularity on yellow.
5, 4,
Grizzly next Armageddon.
2, 1.
Okay, this is gonna be a funky one. Or, wait, no, next one's a funky one.
Pulling him back down.
Who will save consume them all?
Right mid.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Getting mid.
If you're not big, soak an Armageddon.
Have somebody else get the third one.
Ciliandra, Pat, get it.
Beware. Rains upon you.
1.
Who will share fate?
Yep, I got him.
Get close to the singularity. Which is on Panties.
Singularity on green.
5, 4,
Beware,
2,
you cannot
1.
resist your own nature.
Shit.
Armageddon.
Fall, hero.
Oh, this is a wipe.
4, 3,
No, there's way too
2,
many.
1.
Who will share your fate? Insolent mortals. Your fate was sealed the moment you stepped into the nether.
Daggum Jinx, you about ran off the edge again.
I thought he was still up. I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna die.
You got lucky on that one. Sort of, actually. Is your cloak still on cooldown, or did it reset?
It resets on a wipe.
Sweet. I wasn't sure if that counted because you rezzed during the wipe, you know.
If you're in combat and you leave combat, it resets your that ability.
Just on a wipe. Because usually if I die in a mythic, it won't reset.
Alrighty, let's make it a good one. 700k on the line.
850.
800k.
And Skull's rigidity.
It's worth way more than that.
Okay, time to get serious.
Whoa.
5,
Ah,
4,
he wants that
3,
virginity.
2, 1.
You were fools to follow me here.
I knew there wasn't something right about you.
40-year-old virgin, I can beat that. Get out of the one under him, big one.
You're trying to become a wizard, aren't you?
Give in to your fear, your desire.
Bring it in.
Fall before your master.
Orb in the middle.
5, 4,
Still
3,
you resist.
2,
Then
1.
let me repay your arrogance.
Beware.
Flames consume them all. Who will save you now, hero?
On purple.
5,
Call it
4, 3, 2, 1.
Who will share your fate?
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. Rains upon who will share your
I'll
fate?
get this big one skull.
Fall before your master.
Green.
5, 4,
Green.
3, 2,
No,
1.
well, this is a wipe.
Yeah, just wipe it.
An inevitable
Seems like it hits way harder sometimes.
Give in to your fear, fall.
And you guys aren't taking multiple ones? Like, is it the tick damage or no?
It's definitely not the tick, it's just straight
Your
impact
fate
that's
was
killing him.
sealed the moment you stepped into the nether.
Does he have to use a cooldown for that, or is it just...
Yeah, of course they gotta use cooldown.
No. That only hit me for 7.5 million. And I have 9 million health. I was topped off. It popped my purgatory and then insta-killed me.
Yeah. There's been several times tonight people died from shit like that.
So yeah, that one there, that had to have... That was just fucked up.
Yeah, it's just way too much. It shouldn't hit that.
Yeah, I mean...
It's glitching, I guess, sometimes?
It didn't even hit me for my full life. It popped my purgatory, which only can be popped as if I go down to 0, and it still insta-killed me.
Even if you take into account the initial tick from the debuff, that wouldn't be enough to knock you completely down.
No.
Not another 2 or 3 million.
That's what I was saying earlier, is that's why I was like, what the hell? I didn't even get hit for, half my life, and I got one shot. Even adding in the 1.2 million from the dot damage from being in that thing, it would have still left me at like 10 or 15% health. I shouldn't have died.
Yeah, you don't, Herschel, you don't have a an event that killed you in Death Note. It just says 4 million and just says death. It's not attributed to anything.
Yeah, that had to have been that bullshit.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people bitching about insta-dying on this fight.
It looks like you got hit for the Dread Flame, then you got hit for 7.5, and then 500 was absorbed, and you got a few ticks, but it wasn't enough to get you up, and then the hail dot did you in.
Skull.
Well, I am. I mean,
I'm looking at his death log right now, and it doesn't say anything, actually. Mine just says he was healed a lot, and then he absorbed small amounts of damage, and then he got hit for a negative 100 or 1,000 million. What the fuck does that even mean? How do you get hit for? Yeah, how do you get hit for 1,000 millions negative? Yeah, technically. This is what mine says. I'll link it. This is my SCADA. That's what it shows for you. How the fuck do you get hit for 1 billion damage?
Maybe that's why you keep dying, Skulls. He keeps taking your billion life away.
dude, I'm telling you, I'm getting railed, and I have cooldowns going.
That was directly linked from my SCADA. That's what it shows for Hershel's last death. A negative, unless that's supposed to be a dash, but it's right there on the 1. It's not in between it. That's a damage. Well, no, it says after that purgatory. It says his purgatory popped, but I don't. How the fuck did you even without purgatory? It doesn't matter. He should have taken 1 billion damage.
Well, it's like I think, what boss was it? Maiden resetting at 2 or 1%. This instance is fucked.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
An inevitable fate. Beware. Death reigns upon you. You cannot resist your own nature.
Stack it up.
Back up.
What's the nuts?
Kind of figured there wasn't something right with you too, friend.
Before your master.
Orb middle.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
On the bright side, he is just about to go into intermission.
Resist. Then let me repay your arrogance. Beware. Consume them all.
Alright. Fuck survival instincts.
Fall before your master.
Purple.
Five,
Purple.
4,
3, 2, 1.
The monies.
Who will share your fate?
Four, 3, 2,
Beware.
1.
Who will share your fate? Who will save you now?
Triangle.
5,
Green.
4, 3, 2,
Green.
1.
Consume them all.
Get behind him when you can.
Hero.
Confront your own darkness.
Got him.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Who will share your fate?
Spread.
Fall.
Ooh.
You cannot resist your obliteration beckon. Consume them all.
Bit, see you on the big one?
There's one. There's a little one underneath them.
Just in
Somebody
time.
got it good.
Tank ad.
Pretty good.
Kurt, you're on the next big one.
Got it.
4, 3, 2,
Switch it.
Yellow.
On yellow.
5, 4, 3,
Yellow.
2, 1.
Middle orb.
5, 4, 3,
front of them.
2, 1.
Jinx innervate.
Bringing it back.
I sense the corruption. Beware. Reigns upon you.
Can you Armageddon
Ripple
circle?
SU. Oh, he's dead. Nice.
Monk, I'm innervating.
Thank you.
One.
5, 4,
Shit, I taunted it back.
Doesn't matter, it's nightfall.
Fears are made manifest. You will not yield. Fall into
Armageddon's not go off.
He's on green.
Southwest green.
Grant you sight.
Oh, nope, that was Spensian again.
I like a lot of me, okay?
2 is definitely better than 1.
Especially when one saves me from falling off.
Battle res is up when you guys are done with this phase. Do you want to res me or save it?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna wait till after darkness, though.
Don't take it yet. Never mind, just pop marks.
mortals and despair.
Here.
Behold the world that shall be your tomb.
Alright, watch for the pylons. That's the main thing. It tears it
Rift on
green.
On green.
You got it, Spence?
Got him.
Beware.
Where is it?
Beware.
Right
That
there.
fire orb's up, everybody move except for Spence.
Yeah, I got it.
It's towards green. Get away from that one. Not too
It's very
bad.
least
Get
they
in there.
survive.
Spread out.
Really matters. Oh, well, that's not good.
Fall, hero.
You can kill me, some bitch.
Beware. Beware.
An inevitable fate.
That was a good second orb, whoever did that.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Who will share your fate? An inevitable fate. Your souls will soon know oblivion. Destruction. Your reality is sundered.
You guys are so silly.
Shadow meld, dog. What you doing?
I tried.
Beware.
Insolent mortals. Your
Bark
fate
at
was
him.
sealed the moment you stepped into
Scare
the
him. Maybe he'll run away and leave his loot.
Bite him in the ankles.
Yeah, find some steps, hide underneath them, and bite him on the ankles. Or hooves, whatever you want to call them, cankles.
See how high he flew down from? He's dumb. He could just be like way up there and just own us.
Aren't we in like fucking warp drive right now? How does he fly during warp? That's fucked up. Fucking game logic is legit.
Thanks, Monkshoe.
You're welcome.
Spence, are you right-handed? Yes, no?
Storm, that's exactly what I was thinking. Great game.
Alright, Trin needs to go into cat form, stand behind him, and then Skull should ram him and trip him and he'll fall off the spaceship.
I like this plan.
All the
It involves
mages work.
it involves the Trin potentially dying and not me. I'm down with it.
Try and typhoon him off.
If all 3 hunters feign death on top of each other, then we push him.
How about I just misdirect him to Illidan over there, and then they can have at it, and we can watch until Illidan kills him.
I mean, technically Velen kills him, so misdirect him.
Yeah, that'll work too. Just MD to Velen, or, you know, just MD to the swirling vortex of death around us. Like, go get him, guy.
4, 3, 2, 1.
An inevitable fate. Obliteration beckons. I sense the corruption inside.
Middle.
5, 4, 3,
Fuck
2,
you guys.
1.
1 billion damage.
Beware. Consume them all. Who will save you now?
On orange.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Who will share your fate?
Four, 3, 2,
Beware.
1.
Who will share your fate?
One over by purple.
Fall before your master.
5,
Orange.
3,
Orange, circle, nipple.
1.
Condom.
Consume them all.
Spread
Yeah,
when it
it's
lands
condom.
here.
Get behind him.
Face your destiny.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Who will share your fate?
Spread up.
Face your destiny. Beware. Death rains upon you. Consume them all.
Bit the 2.
Shit.
Oh, big heals.
Pat intervene.
Switch.
Star.
It's on yellow.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Too many. Wipe it.
Fall, hero. Who will consume them all?
5, 4, 3, 2,
Fall,
1.
hero. A meaningless struggle. Azeroth shall fall to the Burning Legion.
I don't want to say names. Whoever said shit, be careful.
Oh, I feel so fucking stupid.
Skull has a support group for stupid people. He's the leader of it if you want to go chat with him after raid.
Is he the leader of the support group or the leader of the stupid people? I'm confused.
He's both.
Skull, are you going to take that? I would say something mean and hurtful back to him if I were you.
Sorry, I stepped away for a sec. What?
Oh, really?
I had to go yell.
Perfect! That was like the perfect insult. Way to go, buddy. You just got shut the fuck down, Herschel.
Did you say something nice?
I did.
No.
It was really nice.
It would have been nice to you. Anybody else would have punched him for it.
Probably glad I missed it then.
It was a good one, man.
But what you said after Skull, that was what was really good. That was well placed.
You're welcome, America.
Can anyone use this?
Murder.
I accidentally brought it in the auction house last week.
Back in the auction house.
Alrighty. Fuck Kil'Jaeden and Blizzard. Let's knock it out on this shot. If it keeps going like it's going, we'll just call it after this. If we get close, we will give it another shot and down them. But let's try and do everything we can to get it on this one. To be honest, we're doing everything we
5,
can. It's just
4,
RNG fuckiness.
2, 1.
You were fools.
But we're pushing phases really well. I mean, couldn't ask for more on some of that.
Beware. Rains upon you. I sense the corruption inside
Good job.
Orb and center,
Get on
get an
here.
arrow.
3, 2,
Oh, sweet.
Beware. Consume them all.
Got the big one.
I got orange.
Fall before your master.
Rupturing Singularity on purple.
5,
Purple
4,
ball.
3, 2,
2,
1.
Who will share your fate?
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Obliteration beckon. Who will share your fate? Who will save you now?
5,
Purple.
4,
Purple.
3, 2, 1.
Consume them all.
Get behind him.
Hero.
Confront your own darkness.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Who will share your fate?
Spread.
Confront your own dark. Obliteration beckon. Consume them all.
Tank head.
Kurt, you're on the next one.
Four, 3, 2,
Switch.
1.
Singularity on orb.
5, 4, 3,
Don't go too far.
1.
Get the burstings out and then stack up around the middle again for the singularity.
Consume them all.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pull in the back.
Face your
Four,
destiny.
Beware.
Somebody else get the third one.
1.
I got this one.
Fate. Fall, hero.
Missed one.
An inevitable fate.
Yeah, Blizzard said not tonight.
5, 4,
Beware.
2,
Confront your
1.
own darkness.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Who will share your fate? A meaningless struggle. Azeroth shall fall to the Burning Legion.
Yeah, we'll call it on that. With what we did tonight, I mean, we've got it. We're pushing everything perfectly. It's just this RNG insaneness is fucked up.
And the few bugs that we did have tonight weren't helping us.
Yep.
We got tomorrow though. We'll kill him.
All right, streams are going off.
Do what we do, and